Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 49 of Direwolf20's Server Play series. Hanging out right now, who's on TeamSpeak with us? Jaded's here, right Jaded?
Yeah.
And you're streaming, I
checked.
believe, is that correct?
That is correct.
Awesome.
I
And
behave.
Amnet's here, and I think Amnet talks now.
Indeed.
Yeah, we have it on that.
Amnet speaks. That's awesome. Jaded, I got supernatural bees, by the way. I'm very excited.
Oh my god.
Oh, there goes the YouTube audience's ears. Hey, I've got unusual pollen. That means I can make bee jars. And I'm working on another line of bees. It's like a lot that I have to work towards. But I think in the end, it's going to allow me to make something very useful and something very powerful. So I'm just letting... right now I have mysterious bees, and I'm working my way towards all kinds of craziness. Anyway, once I get these done, and, I'm breaking them down, getting their traits. Effect cancellation, that's not what I wanted. I want the species trait. Basically what I do, guys, anytime I'm working on a new set of bees, is I will get the next generation that I want, and then I keep producing more and more drones until I get the species trait. Because ideally, I like to have at least the species trait of every bee I've ever bred. So in case, like, I run out of drones, or I run out of princesses, or whatever reasoning, right, I can easily go back and get it. So I've got the enchanted species, I've got the charmed, esoteric, supernatural species, you can see is right there. So basically all the bees that I had to work towards to get the supernatural queen, I've got what I want to get. And now I'm working on Mysterious. And once I've got that trait, then I will bump that guy up to... what am I getting next? I don't know. I combine it with Esoteric. I think Arcane. I can't read my own handwriting.
That sounds like a problem.
You know me. I have terrible handwriting. It's actually like half the reason I got into computers at one point.
I did not actually know that about you.
Yep. Hey, I've got a bee collector's jar.
You've never written me a letter or anything, so...
Yeah. Or remember when we were at PAX?
Yes.
Yes. You know what I'm actually going to do?
I don't know. What are you going to do?
I'm going to let this Imperial Queen go. Tropical, I probably want to keep those guys going. Attuned, I don't know if I need whatever they're producing. They're probably making the magic wax stuff. I've got a bit of that. Alright, let me get this Imperial into my kill things quickly apiary. So what I'm going to do this episode is work on an on-demand Beautific effect function. So let's take a look at what I want to be able to do. So I've got the bee collector's jar. Yoink. And I'm going to get some pipes to demonstrate. Obsidian and gold should do. So I'm very pleased that Mysterious decided to allow his beekeeper's jar to be sided. He wasn't sure. Turns out they are. And I want to drop an Imperial drone in there. So let's put him right in there. So the cool thing about the Imperial jar, or the bee jar, is any bees you place in there, they live for about half as long as their queen would live. So if we take a look at the trait on our current Imperial bees, I don't know if how good they are. They live fertility, lifespan. There it is, normal. So they live a normal length. Okay. So we can see here that here's like the health bar of the bee, and I'm already getting the regeneration effect. It kind of ticks along. So we don't need to have the bee queen around to get the effect that the bee gives off. So that's actually kind of cool. And I can think of a couple nifty ways to utilize this, actually. I could probably have a lot of fun with this. Because there's a couple like positive effects, but there's also a couple negative effects. Oh, Jaded.
What?
Do you see where I'm going with this?
You planning to troll me with negative effects on my bees?
Troll you? Never. I severely fear the wrath of Jaded Cat.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, you have nothing to fear. But, my own house? Maybe troll Soren a little bit when he gets back on the server? I don't know. Exactly. But I'm pretty I'm pretty excited by this. So what I want to do is set up an automated system of basically I can walk over and either hit a button or step on a pressure plate or something along those lines, and it'll feed one bee into the bee jar of whatever type I want. In this case, I'm going to do it down in my downstairs area where I have the wither spawning going on, because I'd like it so that, you know, if people want to fight the wither, they're more than welcome to. But now I'll give them the option for the Beautific effect, regeneration. I had some spring mortar down here, but it's just not doing what I want it to do. Not cool. Like, it's giving me regeneration, but the duration is 0 seconds. And I'm wondering if it constantly toggling on and off like that is causing it to not actually have an effect. Because I've noticed that even though my heart bar like does that little fluttery, jumpy thing, it's not actually doing much by way of regeneration. So, if I put the bee jar right here, that ought to work.
Amnet's here. Amnet, did you guys nerf the healing springs?
I think I asked him and he wasn't sure.
I think they are nerfed a bit.
Oh, good.
Are they nerfed like on purpose to the point where they don't do anything?
I think that you can't pick them up with buckets now.
You can't?
I can still pick them up with buckets. They just don't really do much.
Yeah, like I stand in it, and the regeneration effect is hardly noticeable. I'm pretty sure it's not actually doing anything.
Well, I don't know.
I knew that he was A-Dubs was saying he was planning to nerf it so that they couldn't be picked up in buckets, but that part stayed and their effect just went way down.
This is possible.
Will there be any way to pick it up?
Yes, with amethyst buckets, and you have to go to the promised land to get amethyst.
Ah, that sounds cool. I do need to get a promised land situation going on here, but I have to find some of your stuff first. It's only found in certain of your biomes, right? You'll find the different materials to get to the promised land?
Yes.
And dungeon chests.
Wow.
The dungeon chests.
Soren totally used this as an Soren chest here. There's amethyst ore in here. How is there amethyst ore in the Soren chest?
Because I have a portal to the promised land.
Oh, and I guess he went there?
And I made one at spawn as well, so there.
Well, that works.
Can get to the promised land. You don't actually have to make a portal. However,
True.
wherever you make the portal, is going to determine where the portal pops up when you use the wand. So that it appears in the area above your head, so you could put it wherever you wanted. But you live right next to spawn, so yeah. Got one.
So here's my question. Do we have any way to use wireless redstone on the server at this point? I have one solution, but I'm just wondering if there's another one.
What do you mean by wireless?
Like redstone that I can transmit over a distance.
Other than like the rednet cable stuff.
Well, that can't be wireless, right? Like you need wiring for that, don't you?
I think so.
Yeah, so that's not wireless. Like I said, I have a solution. It's just not ideal. But I mean, it'll work. I really like our ender farm that we have going on here. If I can keep from dying. Now's the perfect time to go regenerate some health at my base. Well, I'm sure my bee might be dead by now. No, still a little bit of life in him. Come on, Beautific effect. The one thing about the Beautific effect is because it's a bee effect, it's not like guaranteed. But I guess what I could do if I really wanted to be silly about it is have like 3 bee jars. And then you have 3 times the chance every tick of a Beautific effect occurring, right?
That sounds right.
So if I put 3 bee jars down, then we'd be talking. So I'm going to use item tesseracts. That's one option. I could also use, if I wanted to, ender chests, or I could use, like, there's a lot of things I could use. While I'm at it, I'm probably going to want to get an Emmy chest, believe it or not. Well, Now I'm wondering, how do I want to handle this? Lots of
Decisions?
choices. Yeah. Then now we're at the point where we have like 10 different ways to do something. I'm like, which one sounds fun to me today? I don't know, YouTube. I'll be back in a minute once I figure out how I want to build this, and then I'll build it. Alright guys, we are back. I think I've come up with a solution. I'm going to see how this goes. We'll see. Alright, so, where is my pre-formatter? I'm pretty sure I have a pre-formatter around here somewhere. I don't think it's that though. Oh, singularities. I got 3 of them so far. And that's pretty awesome. Hey Alex.
Hey.
I'm recording, by the way.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
And Jaded streaming. Where did I put my pre-formatter? This might be it. Partition editor. Yeah, that's what I want. So I got a 4K storage block. Put that in there. I'm going to put Imperial drones in there. And we'll
No, guys, it actually has to be underwater. The ocean bee must be bred in an ocean biome underwater.
So you definitely need the cave dwelling trait. I have the species, the serum for that if you would like it.
I'm putting it on them right now. I just they lost it when they did their breeding, mutating thing. So the queen was sitting there not doing anything.
Fair
But
enough.
this is the only way to the oil bee. You have to have the ocean bee to get the oil bee.
Oh, that's what you're making is oil bees.
Yeah,
Okay.
Somebody asked me at some point, like a couple months ago, about whether or not the oil bee even still existed. It does. You now just need to jump through several hoops to get to it.
Fair enough. So
I've
I
only
definitely
bred
want to
70
continue.
species.
I definitely want to continue with my Imperial princesses. So I'm going to put them in here instead of attuned. So let's get this trait. This. There we go. Now let's just make sure that we got the right species in there. What kind of bee was this? Normal. Speed slower. That's not the one I wanted. See? I knew it was tricking me. See you later, gene pool. These guys, on the other hand, should have correct speeds on them. Yeah, speed fast. That's what I wanted.
Well, I have 70 out of 208 species, guys. I've bred all the species before, but I have a long way to go to get all of them again. Another 138 species, to be precise.
Alright, look, already Imperial drones are going into this MHS, but that's the only thing that's going to go in this chest. So I basically pre-formatted the storage unit, and I said only Imperial drones are allowed in here. It's the precise B that's allowed to go in. So any new Imperial drones that hit this network are going to go right in there. Anything else will not. So see, just put items in, no Imperial drones, right? So that's how this is going to work. So I'm just going to get a bunch of Imperials here. So I should be able to put Imperials in. Those don't want to go in, so it's the precise type of Imperial that it's looking for. Okay, fair enough. So what the what? Can this bee go in? What did I do? This is becoming less helpful. Let's analyze these. Alright, so these are slower bees. And these are fast bees. So I'm gonna put these guys away. Let's go with the one that we have like 1,000 of. These should be the ones that are like the fast species, right? So can this... Alright, so now we're talking. Alright, so the one that we have like thousands of is the one that can go into this chest. So even putting them in here now should go straight into here, I think. 129. Nope, maybe not. Now I'm super confused. Oh, maybe because they were analyzed? Maybe only analyzed can go in here. Okay, that's what's happening. Only if they've been analyzed can they fit in here. So let me go pre-format this. I have to remember that analyzed or not counts. Like, that's important. Pre-formatted disk. So this one was analyzed. Now I have to put ones in there that are not analyzed as well. So see? analyzed already and not analyzed. So format this disk. Now there's another type that's allowed to go in there. Right, forgot I moved that portal's destination. That's what always messes with me, Jaded, is if you analyze the B, like Applied Energistics sees it as a different B than if you haven't analyzed it. Now we're talking.
Yeah, I just don't analyze any of my bees.
I rarely do, but like I will sometimes. Especially if I want to make sure that like what I'm doing is right.
By the way, remind me, what did you do with my quarries? I remember you said you picked them up and put the chunk loaders somewhere.
I left a chest at the location where the quarry was, with the chunk loaders and the quarries inside of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I ran around the server and did some cleanup. Alright, so next up, let's actually set up a portal between here and there, just because I know I'm going to need this.
I don't mind. I was just wondering where you had said you had put them, because I knew you had said move them.
Yep. Alright, so I want to get
chest.
an autarkic gate, and I want to get some pipes. Probably wooden. I've already got some gold. That should be good.
I was offline for like a month and a half. I'm surprised if you haven't picked them up.
Yeah, I basically like ran around the server because we were having some tick rate issues, and I'm like, all right, I got the chunk loaders command to work because it was being a little buggy for a while, and then I decided, all right, now that it's working, I can run around and find stuff that is, not where it should be. Go lasers, go. Hopefully I have some power. I might not. I might need to work on creating more energy. Yeah, I'm totally out of energy. That's not good.
Well, I'd tell you to use mine, except I know you won't.
Yeah, I know. I have to go check on my quarries. It's because I'm running my quarries that I have, like, no energy. I have a little bit of a ways to go. Alright, YouTube, I'll be back in just a few minutes here to finish getting this thing going. And we're back. So what I'm going to set up here is the following. Probably could do this maybe underneath. Not the... Well, that should work. I should be able to pull this off. So basically what I'm going to have here is an item tesseract that's going to sit here. And we'll set this frequency to owner only, send only. We'll call it frequency 1, and we'll call it Imperial Bees. Cool. And we won't let redstone have any effect on it. Now what I'm going to do is set up the wooden pipe and autarkic gate. And we're going to say redstone signal on, single energy pulse. Okay, so what this should do is the following. When you receive a redstone signal, you're going to send 1 bee through the pipe. No more, no less. I hope. Go.
And they all go through the pipe.
Not yet. I don't see anything really going at all. It might have pulled one. I wasn't paying attention. $960, $129. $960, $129. You can pump items out of an ME chest with buildcraft pipes, can't you?
I don't think so.
I thought you could.
I'm not sure.
I'm going to put it on energy pulsar and see what happens. Maybe I'm wrong about this. I could have sworn you could. Alright, different solution. Don't really need an ME chest. I thought that would be a fun way to do it. That's okay.
I would say I thought you had to put it into a regular storage chest with that storage buffer thingy or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do. The ME interface is what I need. Luckily, my AE system can craft one of those for me. And there we go. Crafting complete.
User joined your channel.
Hello, user.
Hey, Daya, how you doing?
Hey,
Cloudy.
Cloudy. I'm recording, just so you know.
Oh, hello, people on Daya's recording.
I'm streaming. So.
And hello, people on Jason's stream then.
Alright, so I'm going to tell this thing to keep 16 Imperial bees at all times. That's exactly what it's going to do. So now this should work. I'm going to put this guy back to single energy pulse mode. And now remember, these 16 will automatically get refreshed. So when I hit this, one's going to come out. And I'm hitting it the wrong way. Where's the wrench? Now we're talking. Go. So even though it's getting a consistent pulse, it should have only pulled one bee out. One bee. And it's going to Netherland because Imperial Bees doesn't go anywhere. But no, it's not pulling any more. So that worked exactly as intended. Perfect. So let's head back downstairs to here. I need to make this roof a little bit easier to navigate because I keep hitting my head on it. Alright, so Imperial Bee, I'm going to have a golden transport pipe. Anybody happen to know, does the emerald transport pipe pull things out at golden speeds, or is it just for filtering?
Pretty sure it's just for filtering, but I could be wrong.
Okay. And look, my bee showed up. So it held it in the Tesseract's buffer for a moment, but I should start getting, any moment here, I should get like the fancy, awesome effect of being healed. May not want it to be there forever, though. And I'm also debating, like, do I want to set this thing up with multiple bees to make sure that the regeneration effect stays. Like, one is fine. I mean, I could send, like, 3 pulses and, you know, have it fill 3 different... Let's see. I'm pretty sure there's a round-robin pipe or something like that. Valve, golden balancing...
User joined your
that's not what I
channel.
want. Round-robin? Is that what I want? Hey, Mist.
Hello.
Hey,
How's it
There's a
going?
party in here.
Yeah, I'm playing with your bee things because I got the supernatural bees.
Oh, nice. That didn't
Yeah.
take long.
Nope. Well, I mean, it's really fast when I'm not recording it and the YouTube audience gets to see it from one episode to the next. But it did take
Oh
a
no,
little
I mean
bit
you
of
just
time.
started trying to get them yesterday.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't waste time, dude. I say I'm going to do something. I'm going to do it.
You don't joke around.
I do not joke around. All right, YouTube, I'm debating if I want more than one bee jar because I really want to make sure people have regeneration, like, as much as possible and as long as possible. So I think a good plan would be to have, like, 3 or 4 jars here and maybe go with a round-robin pipe. So let me get one of those going, and I'll be right back. And we're back. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a round-robin pipe, which is just a smooth stone transport pipe and a gravel. That comes from the additional Buildcraft Objects mod. It's an extra special awesome pipe, because what it should do is when an item comes in, it should take turns going in the 4 different directions, or 5 different directions that are available to it. So I'm going to put the 4 bee collector jars. I decided on 4. We'll see how it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And then what I'm thinking is probably, that's probably good. Just want to make sure I can get around down here if I need to. I'll put the item tesseract right here. Well, actually I probably don't want it there because if it's there, it might dump items directly into the bee jar and that probably won't be good. So we'll put it down on the bottom. That's where I was going to put it originally. Like that. Alright, so item tesseract, private, receive, Imperial bees, check. Redstone, ignore. So now what should happen is if I send 4 bees down here, they should evenly be split amongst the jars. Let's find out what happens. And right through here.
Dyer does use push to talk. How you can tell is because he just suddenly cut out randomly and we have no idea what he's saying.
Really? That's happening again?
And we all sit out here on TeamSpeak and giggle because it's like, you talking? We don't know. Randomly cut off mid-sentence.
So that's 2, that's 3, and that's 4. Awesome. So let's go down here now and see what kind of trouble we get into. Oh, and I did clear out my ceiling, and it makes jumping down here much faster. All right, so in theory now, the 4 bee jars should all be full of bees. 1 has a health bar, 2 has a health bar, 3 has a health bar, and 4 has a health bar. Awesome. And I'm at a constant state of regeneration. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, that's perfect. 4 bees, keeping me at regeneration all the time. This will make fighting withers much easier. Let's go wither skeletons. Bring it.
And there's that hole that Marathi cut in one of my chestnut trees.
Uh-oh. You know you're in trouble now.
Well, no, he apparently came over here and had a mining laser set on scatter.
Whoops.
He thought he got all of the damage, except that there's holes cut in my chestnut trees for no good reason.
That's why I never ever set the mining laser on scatter. That's one of the most useless modes I've ever seen.
Hey, good news. Regeneration counteracts the withering effect in a positive way, such that it's awesome.
Do you have a net gain of health?
Yep.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
Kadeki.
Regeneration, net gain of health. That is perfect. Oh man, this is so cool. Alright, now to make it so that I can push a button down here and send 4 bees up. Now I have to test a little bit, so I'll be back, guys. Alright guys, so wireless redstone, not on the server at the moment. We're waiting for an update. Chicken Bones is hard at work on a method that doesn't rely on red power 2. So the only way I can think of wirelessly sending a redstone signal is with computers. So I wrote a really simple program called bees. All it is loops 4 times and pulses a redstone signal at the top of the computer. Really simple, okay? So that when I run the bees program, all I have to do is type the bees command and 1, 2, 3, 4 pulses, and I've disabled the tesseract so that the bees don't actually go down there. And look, I got 4 bees in my inventory. Perfect. Put them back in here, and then I'll put my tesseract back on. Check. Imperial bees, ready to go. All I need now is a redstone signal or a rednet cabling. So let me get that programming working, and I'll be right back. All right, real quick. While true, wait for a rednet message. If the message is bees, then run the bees program. Done deal. And that's the startup command, so I can reboot, and this thing will sit here waiting to receive a message from another computer. And if that message is bees, then we're going to go ahead and send 4 bees into the tesseract. I did not forget to turn my tesseract back on, right? Yeah, it's on 1, so we're good. Alright, so heading downstairs. This is too fun. I could probably have a lot of fun with this. There's so many good and bad bee traits. Alright, I should probably clean up this wall. But I've already got a computer that's set up to receive commands and stuff, right? So, where do I want this button to be? I mean, I could just put it right here, right? Like that could be another button, but that, I don't love the way that's going to look. Could put it right here. That shouldn't be a problem. I'm pretty sure all these things connect, don't they? Yeah, we'll see. Alright, so let's do this. Let me write the code real quick on this computer to handle the bee functionality. Alright guys, don't ask me why.
Occasionally talks.
I created a magenta button over here, and then real simple, we're going to say
I haven't figured out what gives me the best.
oh boy, I have to change something. Be right back. And we're back. This should work. Alright, so in theory, this program should hook it up so that this happens. If I run this here, that should connect into there. And when I hit the magenta button, I'm going to actually go upstairs and set up a portal so I can show this whole start to finish functionality. And then we got to wrap up because I'm pretty sure we're like right next to wrapping up point. Here's fine. Alright, so when it gets the message here, it's going to pulse 4 times. So let's do it. All right, and we'll check to make sure that at this point there should be no bees in here. You can see there's no life in, nothing's happening, right? So we hit the magenta button, go. And then we come through over to here. We should see bees flowing through and pulsing. And we're not. What'd I miss? What'd I break? What didn't work? Hold on. What'd I do wrong?
I'm imaginary.
Pahimar is imaginary. How you doing, Pa?
Oh, you called me out.
Yes, I did. All right, guys. I figured out the problem, and I'm thinking I fixed it. We needed
Nobody
longer
square him
range.
or he'll disappear.
Yeah, so now I have a computer in the middle here that catches the B command. And this computer, it should relay it up to here. Really? Are you not relaying it? Seriously? What's the range on this thing? From here to... Man, this is going to annoy me that this doesn't work. Here. It's a range of 70. Right, I might have to move this. Alright. I think that's the problem, is the computer down there is too far away from the computer up there. So I have to have like one in the middle to relay the message. Man, I miss wireless redstone. Alright guys, unfortunately I need to wrap up this episode, but I'm going to come right back next episode here. I'll have this working by then, and then we'll have some more fun. I think a couple people just joined me on TeamSpeak, so hopefully we'll be recording with them for next episode. Alright guys, for now, Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and as always, take it easy.